Hello? Is this actually working? That was odd. Hey, what's up, everybody? I've just been sitting there for the last, like, 7 minutes, streaming from OBS, but it just not letting me press the go live button on YouTube. And so, despite YouTube claiming that I cannot go live, I pressed the go live button on OBS, and it worked. YouTube was freaking out at me, going like, no, man, you can't start this stream. What are you, crazy? You can't start the stream. Then you press the go live button on OBS and YouTube goes, oh, okay, that's fine, actually. We won't let you do that on our side, but if you just tell us to go live, we'll do it. So, who knows? The stream encoder might just, like, die randomly. But hey, what's up? I looked back over the Harumaruto lines, and I had a realization that will be even funnier than possibly thought, if it's right. So here, let me pull this up real quick. If this plays out the way that I think it might, this would be even funnier. Bro, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. Singapore noodles are incredibly underrated. And really, like, quote-unquote dry noodles in general. So, Harumaruto, the seat in the Committee of 14, I looked back through some of the stuff, and basically they described them as being like a, you know, the one in charge of or most knowledgeable about plant life and the creation of plant life, right? Plant life, fungi, things like that. So, here's the big lore drop line in the Japanese. Saying, the planet is tolerant of the life upon it. When even at, like, its state of being divided, it feels no anger or sorrow. However, like, there is no... It does not discriminate or does not protect species. And again, that word for species is shu, which could also be read as tane, seed. In the English, they use the word seed here, which I'm now realizing is even funnier and potentially way dumber. Yeah, it was voiced, but that's... I'm getting to the point here. Like, what, as such, no matter the damage caused, no matter the death, it will not stop. Like, what is to come. And so, like, it's so, countless species have gone extinct. Specifically, no, keep that in mind, countless species have gone extinct. It's talking about something that has already occurred. Yet, even Knowing this, humanity believes that tomorrow will always come for them. It will not. This is the end of tomorrow. When the world is unified, humanity will disappear, leaving no trace behind. Again, Konseki here, like trace, is also very important. So, from this, and considering everything that they set up with Calyx, I think what they might go with here, and especially with the name Winterer, I think what they might be going with here... Actually, I need to pull up another line before I make this point. Yes. It's this line. This line is also important with this. That's why don't you think it's better to leave something behind, anything at all, than nothing? She's talking about something. Nani hitotsu. That there needs to be something. Considering this, I think that they might go with some sort of concept of her generalized master plan is to reduce humanity to some sort of hibernation state, much like seeds from plants in, like, deep freezes or after wildfires bide their time and wait until they can finally sprout and regrow again. The plants that made those seeds are gone. They're dead as shit. But they've got these species have a contingency plan for, deep freezes, wildfires, etc. Right? Everything dies in the winter and then the plant life comes back in the spring. So, if they're talking about wintering, like humanity wintering in some way and leaving something behind, this might be some sort of situation where they are attempting to leave, her grand plan is to leave behind some sort of seed of life so that humanity can come back in the world once it's already refused. Potentially. And, refusing worlds individually might just be buying time. That's one avenue for why they would go with Harumaruto specifically as the character to be doing this. It's just a little theory crafting. But, let's take a look at those same lines in English, and let me grab the English line for the something, leave something behind, anything at all. So, the star is tolerant to life, it holds no grudges, and neither rages nor weeps for being sundered. Yet by the same token, it is indifferent to life's survival. No amount of devastation or death can compel it to stop the wheels of creation from turning. So many seeds of life have already been lost. Yet in spite of this, people continue to believe that the morrow will come. So not only do they not say that humanity is special, thinks that they're special in thinking that tomorrow will always come for them, but if you use the phrase seeds of life here in reference to the things that have already gone extinct and are not coming back whatsoever, that's potentially the exact opposite of the intended foreshadowing. And also, of course, solstice means literal nothing. Solstice is just a buzzword picked out of a hat. It has no meaning. They have no idea what they're doing. There is no meaning to it. every last trace of mankind shall be erased is different than mankind will vanish entirely, leaving nothing behind. And then here, for that something left behind, rather than nothing. 'Twould be a shame for that tale to end, for all to wither and die when some might yet survive. Do you see the problem of using the word survive? Obviously, none of this is confirmed or anything, but you can see the potential problems here. Especially considering the very precise nature of the line, "Don't you think it's better to leave something behind, anything at all, rather than nothing?" If they wanted to say in the Japanese, wouldn't it be better for some to survive? Yeah, like, if we're using the term wintering to mean, like, to persist through the winter, right? To fall back and hunker down to wait for the time to pass. Then that would make a lot of sense. And considering that they're using Calyx as one of the example characters of this, that's very much so leaning into the idea of legacy, memory, leaving things behind that are not necessarily one's physical self. Yeah, some sort of proof of life, some sort of ikitakashi? Maybe. Just maybe. But so, if they go with this, if they're using seeds as a... if they're using plant life and seeds as a motif to indicate death and then rebirth, then using seeds of life have already been lost here, like, using the phrase seeds of life to refer to things that have already gone extinct fully and are not coming back is priming people to think the exact opposite of that. And also, it's just kind of funny because they were using the... it was true, they meant species. Like, they clearly meant species. Anyway, quest, the path. What? It's like the path to the beyond, or the other side. What are we doing after this quest? No idea. Is this just the last quest in the thing? If so, then I guess, like, maybe Reaper? I didn't even know that this was the last quest. Hey, so they start this quest by saying the end of tomorrow. They start this quest by saying the end of tomorrow. Guys. Come on. Do they seriously just... Oh my god. This is so funny. There's no way. Wait, there's no way that this is the same line. There's no way this is the same line. Okay, no, it wasn't. It wasn't. Never mind. Yeah, no, they really put themselves in a corner with final days. Yeah, I mean, it really is all just a comedy of unforced errors. End of tomorrow, in quotes. And Winterers. There's so much that... It's just like it's all so much to take in. But that's why I think we ought to really discuss it. Since the world itself is in danger, I'd like to involve, all members of the Dawn if possible.
だったら、石の家に集まらない？タタルに連絡を取って、ここにいない面々にも来てもらうのよ。
Okay, then yeah, why don't we get everybody together at the House of Stone? You could also, like, for these Ishinoye, you could honestly, I don't know why I didn't think of this, you could just do X home. Or something, potentially. I mean, Stone home doesn't really sound that great, but you get what I mean? There are options. Yeah, that's a good idea. It's finally time to go back there. Yeah, we've all been... you've all been working so hard ever since you came to help in Garlemald. But I trust no one has any objections.
Yoshi, では.
We could do Reaper, maybe, or just like side quest stuff related to this. I didn't actually know that this was the last quest. I didn't look that up. Like, I probably should have, but I didn't want to, like, spoil myself or anything. I did not see the message then, or I didn't parse it.
ガレマルドの救援が終わった後もいろいろあったから、これ。
俺が暁の一員になって初めてここを訪れたのも。
結局、私もすぐにトラル大陸を離れることになってしまったわね。
Yeah, she's talking about getting back in contact with Shale.
トラル大陸に渡って以来、旅の指導師だったから。
Yep, like they're talking about like finally coming home.
この場所もその一つですね。
They're really setting this up, it seems.
いいえ、こんな時だからこそ。
Oh yeah, we do have the role quests. I completely forgot that we had done. Okay, yeah, then fuck it. I'll just do melee DPS dodge role quest. Easy.
ここは以前のまま変わらないね。我々が不在
That's also true.
タルたちが管理していてくれたんだろ
う。We could also check that out, potentially. And this place hasn't changed at all. Yeah, I suppose, Tataru, the other members of the Dawn, took care of it while we were gone.
はじめ、多くの仲間たちからこちらへ向かっていると連絡があったよ。皆が到着。
Okay, just saying everybody's coming, everybody's showing up.
なりますね。こうしてここで皆さんとお会いするのは。
It has been quite some time. But since seeing you all here like this, or it's like, seeing everyone.
ことであったとはいえ、以降は個別の活動が続いていたのは事実。
Yeah, though ostensibly we had dissolved, in truth, when all members continued their own business.
それが一堂に会するというのは、やはり格別の思いがございます。
Ah, omoi. And to see us all gathered here together again truly does feel incredibly special. You could also say it's like, very meaningful, profound. It's everybody's favorite side character for some reason.
ホーリーボルダー、ただいま戻りました。もちろん他の皆も。
はい。
召集だったので、こちらに向かっている途中の方もいらっしゃいますが、ひとまず集められるだけ集めてきました。
And since it was all on such short notice, there are still some people on their way, but for now we got everybody we could.
エステニアンさんには連絡がつかず、目下捜索中となります。
But I haven't been able to get in touch with Estinian at all. But I'm, hard at work tracking him down.
あの野郎、また暁のリンクパールをしまい込んだな。
And son of a... This Anoyaro. Honestly, you probably would just go, that son of a... Yeah, he put away his Dawn Link Pearl again.
まあ、彼のことだ。そのうちひょっこり姿を現すさ。
Yeah, that's Estinian for you. He'll show up eventually.
再会を喜びたい気持ちは山々ですが、ただならぬ事態が起きているようだとタタルさんから伺っております。
While I would so deeply love to celebrate our, reunion, we've been informed by Tataru that what a rather extraordinary situation is afoot.
改めて事情をお聞かせいただけます。
Yeah, he's just asking for information. And we're gonna yada 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 it. Yeah, so basically our world's gonna... It's gonna just kind of get copy-paste overwritten.
ウィンタラー、それに明日の果てですか。
Gives me a fucking headache, man. Why? Why are we doing solstice? Somebody explain. They keep putting it in quotes. They keep putting it in quotes as like the main thing. This is the main thing. This is the big mystery, the big threat, and we're calling it the solstice. End of tomorrow already works. It just works.
彼らの語ったこと、その真偽は定かじゃないわ。
We still haven't been able to ascertain whether or not what they've said is true.
とはいえ、カリュクスは実際に他の世界を糧としてトワビト化を進めようとしていた。そのための知識も有しているようだった。
However, it is true that Calyx was attempting to utilize, or it's like prey upon other worlds to proceed with his eternalization plan. And he had obtained the knowledge necessary, or that he had the knowledge necessary to do so.
ウィンタラーは実在し、他にもカリュクスのような目的を持つ者がいると。
So, like, the Winterers exist, and there are others with similar objectives to Calyx.
明日の果てについても、ボイドとの一見を踏まえれば、ひとまず事実だと考えておくのがいいだろう。
Regarding the end of tomorrow, considering what occurred with the Void, it would be best, I believe, but I believe it would be best to handle it as fact for the time being.
問題は、それにどう対処するかだが。
The problem is, however, how we are how we should deal with the situation.
原初世界も共造世界だって大事な場所だわ。守れるなら全部守りたい。
Yeah, both the original world, the mirror worlds, and all of them are invaluable. But if we can, I want to protect them all.
でも、そう願うことが全ての破滅をもたらすとしたら、私たちは。
It's like if that desire destroys everything, or brings about, total destruction, then we'd...
私はこれから何を
What do we do?
明日の果てのこと、ハイデリンは知っていたのかしら。
I wonder if Heidelin knew about the end of tomorrow. Hey, look, this is also incredibly important because, so, they didn't translate it properly because, of course, they didn't, but in the Japanese, Harumaruto is describing it as a system, right? In very scientific terms, referring to it as a state. The world was being held in an unnatural state via external energy. There was external force being applied to the system in the form of Heidelin and or Zodiark to maintain the world in this unstable state. However, absent that, the world is now moving back towards equilibrium into its lowest energy state. Just like basic physics. It stands to reason. It's like good world building or something. Whereas, in the Japanese, they keep, personifying nature. While Harumaruto is, in fact, doing the exact opposite in Japanese. I wonder if Heidelin knew about the end of tomorrow. I don't
あ
know.
んたがエルピスでベーネスたちに伝えた未来にこの話は含まれていなかったはずだ。
Yeah, it's like this, none of this could have been, what, in the future you told to Venus and the others in Elpis.
可能性もあるし、分割した世界を維持する中で察していた可能性もある。
Or it's other way around. There's something about, like, you know, being told about the future. But actually, no, yeah. Yes. Never mind. I had it right the first time. Yeah, so it's possible they didn't know. Actually, no, yeah, it was the other way around. God. Or perhaps, like, while maintaining the divided world, they figured it out. Interesting. Your two options are, I don't think they would have had any way of knowing, or I think that they knew and entrusted it to us. Yeah, Final Days, it was really Apocalypse. It was just Shimatsu. I'm gonna go with, I don't think that they fucking knew, except, actually, no, they absolutely would have known.
未来は見通せない。それが普通だからな。もう本人と話せない以上、真相は確かめる術もないが。
Okay, yeah, you can't see the future. That's obvious, but since we can't speak with them, there's no way to
いずれに
to verify.
この問題に答えを出すのはハイデリンではなく私たち。
In any case, it isn't Heidelin who will answer this question, or who must answer this question, but ourselves.
未来を託され、今を歩む。私たちに他ならないわ。
We who have been entrusted with the future, and it's like walk through the present, or, you know, live. You could say live in the present, but this whole walk path thing is recurring.
少し休憩にしませんか？皆さんそれぞれにお疲れでしょうし。
Maybe we should take a little break. I'm sure everyone's pretty tired.
そうだね。お互いに積もる話も考えるべきこともありそうだ。
Yeah, you're right. We've got plenty to talk about. And, think over.
伝えそびれていたのだけれど、鍵。エイトスはそのままあなたが持っていてちょうだい。
Yeah, I didn't have the chance to tell you earlier, but I'd like for you to hold on to the key, Ethos.
それを紐解けるのは、やはり私ではないようだもの。
How do you say this? That would be the best. The big Tataru heel turn. Looks like it won't. Like it really won't be me to, I guess you could say, like, unravel its secrets. Or like, I can't be the one to unravel its secrets. Whoa. Oh, there's another Tataru side quest series? Hell yeah.
皆さん、なんとなくそのまま話し込んでいるようです。
Gonna make some tea.
歓談の時間を設けようとはいつもながらタタル城の気遣い。
みんな、それぞれの場所で、各々の強い思いを
Oh,
頑張っていたのね。ピクトマンサーの修行に励ん。
カリュクス絡みのことはさっき共有した。私はエノルと共にグリダニアで修行していたのです。おかげで、用意が黒ごもりに大量発生した。
okay, okay.
ソーダ島と協力してそこ
I was training in, Gridania. Training in Gridania alongside Enoru. So when the, what, aberrant outbreak occurred in the Black Cloak Forest woods, where we were able to coordinate with the twin serpents and deal with the situation immediately.
ここでも同様の事件が起きているという。これは、もしやボイド、すなわち、共造世界の問題かと思い、内密に、暁へ報告するよう、進言したのですよ。
Okay, this is... Yeah. Just I heard that there were similar things occurring throughout the world, so suspecting that the mirror worlds, that is to say, the void, or the void, and, you know, by extension, the mirror worlds, could be involved, I would advise that a confidential report should be sent to the Dawn.
それで、タタルさんに迅速な報告が行ったのね。おかげさまで、ガレマルドの危機に駆けつけることができたわ。
Oh, so that's how that, what urgent report got to Tataru. Thanks to that, we were able to make it in time to help Garlemald.
離れ離れになっていても、互いの居場所でそれぞれに活躍できる。まさに、暁の本領発揮だな。
Even if when we're apart. It's like, what, we can strive, thrive wherever we are. What, that's the true strength of the Dawn.
ええ。そして、再び集まったからには、皆で。
Okay. Let's get these guys out of the way first.
私とクルトゥネの二人は、コルボ地方に滞在し、対立するガレアン族とコルボ人の同棲を見守っておりました。
Okay. We were in Corvo, keeping an eye on the situation between the, Garlean, the conflict between the Garleans and the Corvo.
危惧された通り、大小様々な問題があったのですが、折よく小康状態となったため、戻ってくることができたんです。
Okay. Yeah, as we feared, there were various issues at play, you know, large and small, but fortunately, things calmed down enough for us to be able to come
ガ
back.
レマルドの方では、ガレアンコミュニティの人々が他部族との交流について真剣に取り組まれているとか。
Okay, in Garlemald, I've heard what the people of the Garlean community are earnestly attempting to interact, or, like, begin cultural exchange, trade with other
だ
races.
から皆さんからお話を伺ってコルボにおける問題解消に役立てるつもりです。
And that's why we intend to speak with everyone present and
そういうことなら
use that information to attempt
ガレ
to
マルドにいたわ
resolve the issues in Corvo.
フィノやアリ勢と一緒に彼らの物語について聞かせてあげるよ。
Okay, just saying it's her time to shine. Been in Garlemald for so long. Okay, they're gonna be talking things over to help with that. Sure. Now we're back to the characters that are, like, important. I'm sure that these characters have their, like, die-hard fans. But every time they're here, I'm just like, why are you here? There's nothing wrong with them, it's fine. But I also don't give a shit.
あらクレメンス。その様子だと、修行はうまくいったみたいね。
Oh, Clemens. It seems like what your training is going well.
はい。シャーレアン式先生術の基礎は、どうにかマスターできまして。
Oh, okay, you, managed to master the fundamentals of Charlean astrology.
次はまた別の治癒魔法を勉強しようかとも思ったんですが、実践で活かすことを考えて、そのまま修行を続けてました。
I considered, moving to, beginning to study another form of healing magic, but decided to focus on my current training. So that I can use it in,
こっちは弓の腕
or using it in actual combat.
けど、どうにも集中力を欠いて絶不調に陥っていたわ。やっぱり日々の潤いって大切よね。
Okay. I was trying to practice my archery, but just couldn't concentrate and ended up in a... Yeah, that's like a slump. I guess what she's saying is, I've never really heard this expression, but it's like, it's, you know, the little things in life really do matter.
と思った。やっぱりお姉ちゃんには私がついてないとダメなのね。
Yeah, okay, I thought that would happen. You really can't do anything without me.
この姉妹は相変わらずね。今日ここに集
They're
ま
the same as ever.
みんなも元気にしているかしら。
Okay. I hope everyone who couldn't be here today is doing well as well.
お前たちとトライオラで別れた後、俺とウリエンジェはサカトラルを旅していたんだ。継承の儀では行かなかったからな。
What, after we, parted ways with you guys in Toraora, Urienja and I traveled to, Sakatoral. We never went there during the ceremony succession, after all.
まずは、ローデにヘタ平原を東進し、そこから海岸線を北上して、怪獣を祀る、人々の住む極寒の地に、本当に、多くの部族が暮らす国だと、改めて実感したよ。
Okay, we went across the Rodeni Heta plains, went north along along the coastline, and went to a freezing place inhabited by people who would worship marine animals, like mammals, probably. It's like seals, that sort of things. Okay, really hammered home just how many different people, races live there.
道中では、獣や魔物の魔法を使うわら貴族との出会いも、術を教わることは叶いませんでしたが、いくつか興味深い。
This is the like Beastmaster setup. Yeah, we encountered the Waraki, who utilize magic from beasts and monsters. And although I wasn't able to learn magic from them, they did demonstrate some incredibly fascinating spells. Oh, is that Blue Mage?
まだまだ興味がつ
You can tell I don't know shit about, non-MSQ stuff.
引き返すのも容易ならぬうちであったため、やむなく キロへと着くことに。
I don't know shit about things that are not in the MSQ. Like, if I ever say that I've been, like, leveling up Blue Mage, you know that I've been murdered and replaced with an imposter. Never. Yeah, there was still... It's like there was still so much to see, or... Yeah, it's like there was still so much to see, but going any further would have made it hard to... Or we would have gone somewhere that would have been difficult to come back from, so... But reluctantly, we turned back. What, saying that they were going to be like... Going into like the fucking Arctic Circle or something?
ま、そんなわけで、かの大陸については、まだまだ目にしていない土地ばかりという状態だ。機会があれば、また別ルートから挑んでみてもいいな。
Yeah, so there's still so much that we haven't seen on that continent. If we ever get the chance, I'd like to... Or we might just try taking another route.
モードゥナへの道中で話し合ったんだが、私とアリ勢は正式にガレアンコミュニティの支援活動から離脱することを決めたよ。
Okay, we discussed it on the way. So what, Mordona? Alize and I have decided to, formally withdraw from our, support efforts with the Garlean community, or for the Garlean
言
community.
った通り、今は世界のためにすべきことをするのが結果的に最大の支援になるはずだからね。
But as Yul said, doing what needs to be done for the sake of the world, in the end will be the greatest way that we can support them.
心配はしてないわよ。彼らはもう自分たちの足で未来に向けて歩んでいるもの。
I'm not worried. They're already... This is just walking towards the future on their own 2 feet.
行き先が見えていないのは、むしろ私たちの方だわ。いつかこの事態を解決して胸を張って彼らと会えるのかしら。
We're the ones who don't know where we're going. And I wonder if we'll be able to, resolve this or put an end to this and be able to see them again with our heads held high.
そう願って、許すたちへ手紙をしたためよう。きっと、必ず、叶えられるさ。
Okay. And with that in mind, I'll write Eurus and everyone there a letter. I'm sure it'll happen. He does like a wish, that wish will come true. I couldn't think of a way to make that work in the moment.
まだまだ尽きないみたいですね。皆さんが揃う状況を喜ぶべきではないのかもしれませんが、やっぱりこの場所が賑やかだと安心するです。
Yeah, everyone's really absorbed in talking, and maybe I really shouldn't be happy about everybody being here like this, but having this place so lively really does, feel reassuring.
長旅からの
You can maybe go with make it feel like home.
先のことをしっかり考えるために
Okay. Yeah. Just saying you're not allowed to overdo it.
今晩は休んでいってください。
After such a long journey, you should get some rest so you can think things through. Okay. Ooh. The final cutscene?
もちろん、あなたがご自分の野望を叶えるため、他の世界を平らげてくださっても構いません。
Well, of course, if it... But to realize, to fulfill your own ambitions, you're more than welcome to conquer other worlds. It's like subjugate, conquer.
あなたと戦うためだけに世界を滅ぼそうとしたあの放浪者のように。
Like that wanderer. It's like who tried or who wanted to destroy the world itself just to fight you.
こういう夜は嫌いだよ。さえざえとしすぎて余計なことに思考を奪われる。
Ooh. Oh, that's a good-ass turn of phrase. I hate nights like this. It's like they're too clear and... But I just end up thinking about pointless things.
人形相手に警戒するな。俺はただ出立前に情報提供をしに来ただけだ。
I mean, he's kind of got you at the top one there. This is a doll. You don't need to have your guard up. But I'm just here to, give you some information before I depart. Like, before my departure?
俺とハルマルトは他のウィンタラーの計画を見物しに世界を渡る。
What, Harumaru and I intend to, travel to other worlds to observe the other Winterers' plans?
行き先は第4世界。
Our destination is the fourth world.
厚い雲に覆われて果てまで凍りついた場所。人々は大掛かりな魔法を操り、生活圏を地上から大空へと移している。
What a place entirely covered in thick clouds. What an utterly frozen over. What, utilizing massive or maybe large scale magic? Oh, 生活圏. That is like living space. Habitat? I don't know, you might say they have changed their sphere of existence from the ground to the vast sky. Or moved their spheres of existence from the ground to the vast sky. I'm assuming 何それ楽しそう。God, I love the warrior blood. It's like, whoa, that sounds awesome. Honestly, that's close to like, wait, really? That sounds awesome. I really want to choose this option. I really want to choose this option, but the bottom one is probably the one that gives you actual plot information. Fuck it, I can just look up the other response. Well, that sounds awesome.
喜ばせたくて言ったんじゃない。俺には俺の目論見があって伝えた。それだけだ。
It's like, what, I wasn't trying to entertain you, I'm just telling you because I have my own... What, plan? You might even go with, like, agenda. That's it.
信じる信じないは好きにしろ。そもそも追ってくる手段があるのかさえ、俺の知るところじゃないんだ。
Whether or not you want to believe me is up to you. I don't care. After all, I have no idea if you even have any way of following after us.
Harumarutoが去り際にお前に言ったこと。
What Harumaruto said to you as she left?
お前が世界を平らげてもいいという話だよ。実際のところどうなんだ？
This is hard. This is hard. What do you say for this? Fuck. What's saying it's fine if you want to try to take over a world? I need to see more context for this.
死の恐怖にすら打ち勝ってみせたお前には何に変えても手にしたい結末があるのか。
Huh. It's like, what, having survived countless battles, having overcome the fear of death itself, is there anything that you want so much? Yeah, is there anything that you... He does say Ketsumatsu. That's probably like outcome. But they're using it as end. It's like, is there any outcome you want so much that you would trade anything for it? God, the way he's wording things is so interesting. It's like, what, let me just state one undeniable fact.
ウィンタラーはそれぞれが己の野望を叶えようとしている。そのために有益な情報は共有するが、志までもが同じというわけじゃない。
That also could be obvious, right? what each of the Winterers is attempting to achieve their or realize their own ambitions. But while we share information to those ends, we do not share the same goals.
お前たちが俺の行いを正しくないと感じたように、俺だって他の連中はどうかしてると思うよ。
That's very fun. I need to make sure that I'm reading this properly. I mean, in this context, I would probably translate this as, I might be overstepping here a little bit, but this 他の練習はどうかしてる? Just like you, thought that what I was doing was wrong, I also think that some of, the others are out of their minds. They're insane. Like, in this context, this really is like, they're crazy. They're fucking crazy. I really like Calyx because of this. He is very willing to just say, like, look, you guys thought that I was wrong. I think that some of the other people are out of their fucking minds.
だとしても。
But even so.
俺たちが世界に叩きつけるのは人生をかけた研究の成果であり、愛の少佐であり、挑戦であり、理想だよ。
Huh. God, he's cool. I don't know, you might say confront here, like what we confront the world with is like what the result of a life of research. What proof of love, a challenge, what end an ideal. You might go with ideology for Liesel.
それで誰に罵られ、何を奪うことになろうとも、敷いた道の未来に生きる者たちが選択を肯定するだろう。
Ah, my God, these are really hard. It's like no matter what, how reviled we may be, no matter what we might have to, like, steal. Fuck, this is really hard. It's like those who live in the future, like that the path we forge will create will prove us right.
Hantai, お前が全てを平等に守ろうとして、結果何もかも無に帰されるとしたら、
But yeah, on the other hand, if you attempt to, protect all things equally, protect all equally, only to, in the end, have it all be... This is like, for... I don't know, you probably would say, like, consigned to oblivion there.
正しく見えたとしても愚行だよ。その未来に生きる者は一人としていないんだから。
No matter how right you might seem, or like no matter how just it may seem, it's nothing more than foolish. After all, there won't be any alive in that future. I mean, he does have a point. The thing that does matter is the future line. Like, living in that future. He doesn't say, like, ikinokoru or anything. He's talking about, like, who live in that future. This is kind of... I feel like that's kind of reinforcing my whole death and rebirth read of things. We just need to make a new Heidelin. Yeah, that went really well the last time.
作戦会議を再開する際に
How'd he get here? He had Harumaru to drop him off in her minivan. They're gonna go to Baskin Robbins later. So after that incredibly heavy discussion, what red text thing? Was there red text in English there? Also, where are the role quests? I was gonna say, after that incredibly heavy, in the bar. Oh, so it's this, right? Or no, over here? I don't remember where that is. I'm gonna be real. I'm just gonna look it up. Yeah, they do a to be continued. Oh, okay. But yeah, after all of that incredibly heavy lore information, let's have some wacky adventures. Why is it always that lame-ass rhyming scheme? There are other ways to rhyme, you know. Like, they have to know at this point that there's other ways to rhyme, right? Not that one, I don't think. I'm just gonna look up what the name of the quest in Japanese is and go there. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, this is like the starting... Ah, this is the one. You have to actually do like a little quest to gain access to the other ones, which is this one. Okay. Understood.
来てくれたか。あんたにぜひとも頼みたいことがあってな。
I didn't know that there was like a prologue quest that you needed to do. But I mean, all of the other role quests have had that, but for some reason I thought I already did it. Oh, you're here. Something I really wanted to... Yeah, really need to ask you.
なりそうなんで、腰を据えて話したい。すぐに行くから、向こうの席にかけて待っててもらえるか。
Okay, it's gonna take a while, so... Like to, what, sit down or really... Get into it? Okay, could you take a seat? Yup.
"改めて自己紹介をさせてくれ。俺の名はブルケブ、ここシャバーブチェの主だ。
Let me introduce myself again. I'm Burukebu, owner of Shababuche, proprietor.
知っての通り、この店には様々な部族の客がひっきりなしに訪れるんだが、あんたのように外津国からの来訪者もいてな。
As you know, we've got customers from all sorts of, from all races. Including, visitors, travelers from foreign nations like yourself?
その中には悪意を持つ連中もいるってのが問題さ。今回はそういった異邦人が起こした事件の解決に協力してもらいたい。
Okay, the problem is there's some among them. Those with malicious intent. I want your help in, resolving an incident caused by one of those people, foreigners.
ことの始まりは、そこの席に着いた客たちの会話だ。
Okay, it all started with a conversation. Between some customers sitting right over at that table. What do you mean, those people?
諸君、はるばるトラル大陸までよくぞ集まってくれた。
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad to see you all gathered here after the long journey to Toral.
"我々6人の同志がこうして一堂に会するのは、これが初めて。だから自己紹介をしておこ
う。Huh. But it's the first time the six of us... I mean, this is like comrades. Like-minded individuals, I don't know what it's about yet, would have gathered in one place like this, so... But let's all introduce ourselves.
私は
I'm...
はい、喜んで。ご注文は？
We're setting the tone. Very well. Oh, yes. Be right there. So, can I take your order? She raises her hand and the waitress thinks that she's flagging her down. Excellent.
あ、これはその
No, I'm sorry, this was,
今いいところだから、ちょっと待っててね。
What do you say for this? Like, we're kind of in the middle of something here. Wait, we just need a little bit more time, please.
5本、それでは改めて。
Ahem. So then, once again.
私の名はパーヒ。 悪の秘密組織、自由の扉の狩猟よ。
I'm in. I'm in. I'm in. I had no idea what this was going to be about. I'm in already. I fucking love this trope. 1. The big secret evil organization just refers to it as such. 2. It's staffed entirely by morons. I am Apahi, leader of the evil secret organization, but I guess you could say Freedom's Gate for their name, maybe? Do they do the joke here in English? Do they do the joke? Or do they not? Ah. This is... Notice how they... When it comes to comedy, the reason why I laughed at this... The reason why I laughed at this is she says, "My name is Apahi, leader of the evil secret organization, like, Gate to Freedom, or Freedom's Gate. Maybe. It's short, it's snappy, she just outright says, evil secret organization. Just says it. The English, for this same line, I am Apahi. If you are sitting here now, it is because I have personally invited you to the Passage of the Unbound, my secret villainous order with ambitions to sow discord throughout the world. Is anybody laughing? Show of hands in chat, are you laughing? Versus... evil secret organization. The whole joke is that she just says it. They're like, wait a second.
の秘密組織って自分で言うかね、普通。
Evil secret organization. People don't normally say that, like, don't usually call themselves that.
それに、秘密の組織なら、なんでこんなとこで大っぴらに会合を開いてるんだよ。
And if it's a secret organization, why are we having a meeting on the open like this?
おだまり。こういうのは、ノリが大事なのよ。ノリが。組織の敬礼ポーズや、決め台詞だって考え中なんだから。
A lot of Japanese humor can, like, this style of Japanese humor can fall a little flat for me, but I'm a huge fan of this. Good tsukomi. Quiet. Nori ga daiji nano. Nori. So, okay, nori. Here. Is like... What do you say for this in English? The feel? Honestly, almost vibe. You might honestly go with vibe here. Literally, you might. That's a little bit too much. So, I'm going to say this. This is not what you would actually translate it to, probably. But it's the meaning. Quiet. The vibe is the most important thing for things like this. The vibe! I'm still thinking about, or I'm still working on our organization's, like, salute. It's like, you know, our salute pose and our catchphrase. So, they're doing some fucking Team Rocket bullshit. Like, literally, they're going to have a salute, a pose to go with it, and some sort of catchphrase. Amazing. Yet they just aren't translating the joke. They just aren't translating the jokes. The whole joke here is that you're supposed to be... You're supposed to be, like, in the shoes of the waitress in the back going, what the hell are these morons doing? I'm still thinking about our, you know, our, like, signature salute and iconic catchphrase.
それに、自由の扉の目的は、世界中に混乱を巻き起こし、国家を転覆させること。それが悪でなくて、なんだというの?
And besides, what the goal of Freedom's Gate is to sow chaos all over the world and topple, like, overthrow nations. That's more like topple. Right? If that's not evil, then what is?
この僕を虐げる連中に痛い目を見せてやれるなら、自ら悪を名乗りもしよ
う。Oh no, they're all morons. I mean, it's Freedom's Door. It's difficult. I'm gonna lead towards Gate at this point. Like, I think it's Gate makes more sense. It's like if I can, make the people who tormented me pay, I'll gladly call myself, or like I'll embrace being evil.
権力者も金持ちも筋肉質の力持ちもみんな不幸になればいい。
Oh no, he's a mandolin. God damn it. Yeah, the rich. The powerful. That's like almost... That's like muscle-bound strong guys. Like those muscular buff guys. I want all of them to be absolutely miserable. Yeah, so they didn't translate the joke. So they didn't translate the joke. The whole joke here is that he starts, comedy comes in threes. This is like, comedy comes in threes. This is basic comedy. He goes, the rich, the powerful. Those are two reasonable things for somebody to wish the downfall of. Like, there's two normal groups of people to have, like, misgivings with. And then he says something ridiculous, like the ultra-muscular buff guys. Third one is the punchline. I shouldn't have to explain this? Like, the whole comedy in threes thing is something that people kind of get intuitively. It is literal comedy 101, yeah. Yeah, but what could just the six of us even do? It's like, what, even if we were to what, recruit more grunts, more pawns across the world, there's like a limit?
残念ながら、今の私たちは無力で不自由な存在。国家を相手に戦いを挑むならば、より強大な力を手に入れなくてはならない。
You can just say 不自由 as the opposite of free. What do you do for that in English? But as we are now, we're powerless and... You don't want to have to say something like the furthest thing from free, but you might have to. What if we're going to try to take on the... like, nations? Or even that's kind of like the state. Kind of, not really. We need greater power.
そう、あの鳥のように束縛を振り払い、青空を自由に羽ばたくための翼を。
Yes, just like that bird, we need, what, wings to cast aside all of our... but everything binding us down and soar free through the... like across the blue sky. It is raining.
まあ、時には空行きも怪しくなるし、鳥だって羽を休めることもあるでしょう。
Okay, I see why nobody who played the game in English was telling me, like, go do this immediately. This shit's fucking hilarious. God. It's like, well, sometimes the weather isn't that great, and when even birds need to, what, rest their wings every now and again.
もしかしてわざわざトラル大陸にまで来たのはその強大な力を手に入れるため
Yeah, wait, so did we come all the way to the continent of Toral to get our hands on her to obtain that immense power? You know, some sort of immense power.
そんな力があったら目立ちまくって人気者になれる。
They're all fucking stupid. There was the one guy who was just saying, like, why are we calling ourselves an evil organization? If so, whoa, amazing. If we had, like, that sort of power, we could really, stand out and be super popular. You know, be super famous, super popular.
いい反応をありがとう。その通り、このトラル大陸にはあるのよ。私たちに頂上の力を与えてくれるお宝、再起が。
Honestly, this いい反応をありがとう you would probably translate in English just precisely. That's exactly right. Here on the continent of Toral, but there's a treasure that can grant us, it's like, what, supernatural, or, I mean, it is really like supernatural, exceptional power. What do you do for Psyche? That is like ritual vessel, right? I might go with, like, divine vessels. Icon? Maybe. Maybe.
察するに、それは強大な力を秘めたマグといったところ
So, from the sounds of things, or it's like, let me guess. there's some sort of magical, device possessing immense power.
ふふ、私のいたずら心がくすぐられるわ。それを使ってどんなことをしてやろうかしら。
This is incredibly difficult to translate and have it sound anything close to sensible. It's like what I can just... You might even go something like I can just smell the mischief. With one of those who knows what I could, like, get up to.
再起はトラル大陸に住まう一部の部族に先祖代々受け継がれているのだとか。
Yeah. Icon might be fine, but... I think you would just go with Vessel. These vessels have been... They say what, these vessels have been handed down through generations. Amongst, what, certain races on the continent, living in the continent of Toral?
トラルビドラールと呼ばれる化け物の魂を封じたと言われている代物。それを手にすれば化け物と同じ力が得られるそうよ。
Okay, yeah, so she just doesn't know what these are. It's like, yeah, there's things, these Toral Viral that have the, what, sealed souls of really powerful monsters in them. If we get our hands on those, you can wield the same power as those monsters.
私たちはその再起を頂戴し、エオルゼアへ持ち帰る。手に入れた力を使って何をするかは各自に委ねるから、おのおの自分がやりたいように好きに振る舞えばいい。
So we'll each... I mean, she just kind of says, like, we'll each just go get our hands on one of those vessels and bring them back to Eorzea. What you choose to do with that power is up to you. It's like you're all free to operate however you want.
ま、話はこんなところかしらね。
I think that's more or less everything. She's going to actually order now.
さあ、自由の扉は開かれた。早速奪いに行きましょう。
Yeah, so Freedom's Gate is open. Let's go steal those vessels. There's the punchline. There it is. Your order? So yeah, that's basically what happened. Your options are like an evil secret society. Like that's gonna be a real formidable foe. Or they seriously just left without ordering anything? Like, wait, really? Who does that?
その名の通り、自由な奴らだったよ。あんたは気にせず、好きにくつろいでくれ。
Okay. I mean, yeah, I guess just like their name says, they're, you know, real free-spirited. Yeah, but it's like, what, you can, I guess that's like make yourself at home.
間抜けな連中に見えたが、話の内容だけに、一応は、トラルユー連隊に報告したんだけどな、実際に被害が出ちまった。
You know, that's a little bit of a difficult joke to really do. Whatever. Yeah, like, you specifically say Manuke. Like, they really looked like a bunch of idiots, but considering what they were actually talking about, figured it would be best to, or, yeah, I did give a report to the Braves, but oh, and what actually, they've caused some damage already?
しばらくして、辺境の集落から、再起を取り戻すため、次々と被害者たちが集まってきたのさ。
What, after a while, what, victims from, villages or settlements on the frontiers started showing up, what, like, one after another to attempt to recover their stolen vessels.
だがその頃には、犯人どもは、もう船に飛び乗って、エオルゼアへと逃げた後だった。
Okay, but, what, by then, the culprits had already boarded a ship and fled to Eorzea?
各集落からの有志が連中を追って旅立ったんだが、見知らぬ土地での追跡には、困難が伴う。そこで、外津国に詳しい協力者を求めてたってわけだ。
Okay. So, what, volunteers from each of these villages set out in pursuit of them, but, what, yeah, tracking them down through unfamiliar territory is, of course, very difficult. That's why they're, what, looking for an ally, collaborator, who is, what, very knowledgeable about foreign nations.
もちろん、あんたもやることがあって、トラル大陸まで来たはず。それでも引き受けてくれるって言うんなら、そこにいるラマジュンに声をかけてくれ。
Okay, they're still just saying, like, you know, you came all the way here to Toral because there's something you needed to do, but if you're still willing to take this on, go speak with Ramajun. I mean, this seems wonderful. The English completely ruined the funny. Okay, yeah, this BGM is way too loud. Just scanning the English there. They just removed all of the jokes. All of the jokes are gone. If so, then I pledge my aid. With newfound might and my beck and call, I shall win adoration known only by a hero. That sounds like something somebody would actually say. What he actually said is, I'll be super popular. Like, the point is that their motivations are shallow and dumb. Because they are shallow and dumb people. It's supposed to be a comedy. They're off here messing with powers beyond their comprehension for very childish, stupid reasons. That's the joke. The removal of the...
していただけるんですね。ありがとうございます。
just utterly ignoring the rule of three. In the most obvious example of why it works. It's next level incompetence. Again, remember, when people say that the English translation adds flavor, that the Japanese would be dry. No, the English team doesn't know comedy at all. They're like the least funny people on the fucking planet. Oh, you're willing to help out? Thank you so much.
やあ、ラマジュン。例の件、何か進展はあったかね？
Hey, Ramajun. There been any, progress on that
あ、
incident?
ラホージャさん、ちょうどこちらのオレオさんが再起奪還にご協力いただけるそうで。
Oh, Rahoja. Rahoja. Oh, player character is willing to help us retrieve the vessels.
おお、それはありがたい。わしら
I'm okay with calling them icons, yeah.
ってのもの。
I am okay with calling them icons. Yeah. It's not quite right, but whatever. It's like what? Oh, thank you so much. The peace in our village depends on those icons, or that icon.
悪用すれば、外つ国に混乱が起きる可能性もある。だから、一刻も早く取り戻さねばならないのです。
And it's like not only that, if those thieves were to misuse them, they could cause immense chaos in those foreign nations. We need to retrieve them as soon as possible.
では、ここに集まった被害者一同について軽く紹介させておくれ。
Okay, let me give a brief introduction to the other victims gathered here.
あちらのローデニ家はかなり北の土地から来たそうじゃ。彼女が祀る祭器が持つ力には単独で立ち向かうのが困難で、背中を預けられる立役を必要としていると言っておった。
Okay, the Rodenike there came from somewhere, far to the north. Evidently the power within the icon they worship is powerful. It's strong enough to make it difficult to face alone. Tank. Need a tank.
イーピネの部族が祀る祭器は体に厄介な異常を引き起こせるらしい。そこで彼らは優秀な癒し伝を探しておる。
You know, the icon worshipped by or venerated, maybe you would say, by the Niipine man over there. What can cause quite troublesome abnormalities in one's body. Okay, they're looking for a healer.
シャトナ族のシャシェパが祀る祭器は腕のいい弓使いが奪還に向かっているようじゃ。なので前衛を任せられる猛者を求めてるのだとか。
Okay. So, that, Archer is attempting to retrieve the icon venerated by the Shashepa people of the, Shatana? Okay, they're looking for a, what, fighter? Fierce fighter to be the vanguard. That's probably melee DPS, right?
向こうのズーレは自分たちの再起の力についてあまり詳しくは知らないみたいじゃった。ただ魔法に精通した者の手を借りたいとだけ。
Okay, I'm just gonna paraphrase. I don't know much detail about their own, like that icon. They're looking for someone familiar with magic, very well versed in
ちょっ
magic.
とラフォージャさん、肝心なご自分のことを紹介し忘れてますよ。
Oh, wait. Hey, Rahoja, you. What, forgot to introduce yourself? Saying like the most important one of all yourself.
こちらのラフォージャさんは、マムークよりさらに南方の辺境のご出身で、再起の特性上、遠距離から攻撃できる方を探
You could probably say like, you introduce everybody else but not yourself, right? Aha. From a, what, very remote region, even further south than Mamuk. Given the nature of the icon, you're looking for somebody who can attack from range.
その通り。ありがとうラマジュン。
Yes, that's exactly right. Thank you, Ramajin.
5つの部族の人間が集まっておる。いつでも店内にいるので声をかけておくれ。
Okay, there's 5 people. Different races here. Yes.
この件に関し、詳細を確認したくなったら、私から補足しますので、お気軽にお尋ねください。
Okay, if you want to know more detail, you can always ask me.
の能力に適した仕事だけで構いません。
And then they're just explaining role quests. You go to the one that fits the job.
ロールクエスト
I think I've got a class that's high enough level for all of these.
いらっしゃいませ。
Okay, so they can just...
パーヒという人物を首領とするワルの秘密組織だそうです。構成員は彼女を含めて合計6人。席について何も注文せずに入るだなんて。
They're really stuck on that. They're really stuck on that. There's 6 of them in total. They're real trouble. Sort of people who leave without even ordering anything.
の目的は世界中に混乱を巻き起こし、連中はすでに海を越え、盗ま。
Okay. This is an excellent setup. I'm here for this. This seems fun as hell. I will be right back after going to the bathroom. One moment, please. I'm back. are we quite sure that Tim Buckley doesn't secretly work on the Final Fantasy XIV translation team? Because looking at the English there, it's so fucking long and unfunny. Okay. The way that they introduced them was weird, but yes, those are just their names. I don't know why I thought this, but I guess it was just kind of the way that they introduced them sounded weird. And so I was like, wait, is that like the name of their villages, or is that the people's names? No, it's the people. It's like, what, a skilled hunter? Master hunter?
やあ、もしやあなた、ブルケブさんから話を聞いて、ここへ
Oh, hey, you, what, come to see me after, talking to... Burukebu?
それはありがたい。私は、シャシセパ、サカトラル奥地の森にある集落から来た。早速だけど、盗まれた祭器について説明しよ
う。Okay. I'm Shashepa from a village in the forest deep in Sakatoral. Let me tell you about the stolen
私が住む
icon.
集落では、代々、蝶のトラルビドラールの力を封じた、アゲハの祭器が祀られてきたんだ。
Huh. Ageha? Yeah, that is like Swallowtail, I guess. I wouldn't know this at all without a dictionary. I'm not even gonna attempt to front. Okay, in my village, the, Swallowtail icon, which houses the power of, or seals the power of of the, like, butterfly Toral Vidoral. He's been enshrined for generations. Oh, okay. These, butterflies? It had the nature, the trait of protecting themselves from predators by mimicking the appearance of, poisonous butterflies?
それが長い時を経て、トラルビドラールと化し、能力も強大になり、あらゆる魔物や動物に擬態するという得意な力を得ることになった。
Okay, so over a long period of time, they became a Toral Vidoral. Its power grew even further, and it obtained the ability to mimic any form of monster or animal.
アゲハの祭器にはその力が込められていて、所持している者が死認したことのある魔物や動物、他人にだって擬態することができるんだ。
Okay, so the Swallowtail icon is imbued with a power that allows the wielder to to mimic or to shapeshift into, allows the wielder to shapeshift into any monster, animal, or people that they've seen themselves.
姿形だけじゃなく、対象が持つ能力さえも把握している範囲で真似ることが可能なんだよ。
And it does not just they can mimic not only the target's appearance, but even their abilities, or to the extent that the wielder understands them.
例えば、二刀流の狩人、バイパーに擬態すれば鮮やかな剣技を、猛獣ブランシャの姿になれば鋭利な爪や牙だって自在に使えるようになるんだ。
For example, if they were to mimic the two dual wielding hunter, a viper, they can utilize amazing sword techniques. If they were to mimic the ferocious Brasha, they would be able to wield its razor sharp claws and fangs.
私たちもそんな再起の恩恵を受けていた。森には獲物が豊富な反面、凶暴な猛獣も多くてね、集落に害をなす存在を強力な魔物に擬態して撃退してきたのさ。
Okay, so naturally we've benefited from this icon ourselves. Yeah, while the forest is rich in, like, game, prey, game, it also is home to many, ferocious beasts, predators, you might say. We would drive away these, threats to the village by mimicking powerful monsters to drive them away.
だから、再起は集落を守るためにとても大切なもの。確実に取り返すために、集落一の凄腕の狩人、一斗家が奪還に向かったんだ。
Okay, that's why this icon is so vital to, or so essential to protect our village. To ensure that it was returned to us, Itoka, our village's greatest hunter, set off to take it
狙
back.
った獲物は必ず仕留める彼女のこと。ほどなく取り返せるだろうと思っていたが、未だ頼りはなくてね、予想外に苦戦しているのかもしれない。
But she always takes down her prey. We thought that she would have gotten it back by now, but we haven't heard anything from her. She might be having a harder time than we thought.
そこで、海の向こうの土地に詳しい協力者を探していたのさ。加えて、弓使いの一斗家とも相性がいいであろう。あなたのような近接戦闘の使い手を。
Okay. This is just more rule or game text, basically. Looking for someone who knows about, the land overseas. Someone skilled in close quarters combat.
再起を盗んだ犯人は、この力を空金で試してみようなどと言っていたそうだ。船乗りに聞いたところ、それは遥か東方にある町の名だという。
According to a witness, the culprit who stole the icon said something along the lines of, "Let's try this out I'll try it out in Kugane." Okay, we asked a sailor about it, and apparently that's the name of a city in the Far East.
あなたもクガネなる町に赴いてもらい、彼女と協力して私たちの再起を奪還してほしい。
Okay, so the setup is go to your two options here are you got it, and the teleport fee. So it's gonna be expensive.
テレポ、大
Huh? It's like, but the teleportation costs. Teleportation costs? Huh? They don't know.
ああ、お金のことか。協力に対する例なら、一斗家が払ってくれるとも。それくらいのロギンは持ってるはずだから、安心してくれ。
Okay, good bit, good bit. Yeah. Oh, money. Yeah, payment. Itaga will handle the payment. Yeah, she's got enough.
現地に着いたらまずは私と同じような格好で弓を背負った
Okay, you should look for a Shatana woman wearing a similar outfit to me, carrying a bow.
一斗化の居場所がつかめるかもしれない。それではよろしく頼む。
Wait a minute, is that good or bad? I mean, the setup here was incredibly funny. Oh, damn. Okay. I can't get over them fucking up a basic rule of 3. Genuinely, that's beyond the pale. Like, it is the actual most fundamental essence of comedy.
西方の大陸から来たものを探していると
Okay, you're looking for somebody from, continent to the west.
蒸留酒があるらしく、ずっと味わってみたいと思っているのだが、なかなかクガネまで入ってこないのが残念至極である。
They messed up the teleportation joke? Of course they did. Yeah, they changed it to as long as you're willing to cover my teleportation expenses. Whereas the joke is like, oh, but the teleportation costs. Like, it's gonna be brutal. You're supposed to trail off. Yeah, talking about mezcal. Would have loved to try it.
いらっしゃいませ。クガネ名物などを堪能して。
Okay, welcome. Enjoy the, what specialties of Kugane.
尋ね人をおっしゃるような外見のビエラ族なら前にお見かけしましたよ。あいにく居場所までは存じておりませんが。
Okay. I believe I've seen the, Viera matching the description, but I don't know where their current whereabouts. I don't know where they are right now, etc.
ああ、弓を背負ったビエラ族の女なら見たぞ。細かい服装まで覚えてないが、妙にキョロキョロしていたな。
Oh, that's okay. Oh, yeah. I saw a Viera woman with a, bow on her back. I don't remember exactly what she was wearing, but she was kind of like pacing back and forth.
大陸から来たのなら、クガネの様相が珍しかったんだろう。赤星組屯所の近くにいたので、行ってみるといい。
Yeah, saying like, must not be used to Kugane, probably, check over. Saw them there by the Seigumi. She's wondering how to do the jumping puzzle? That would be very funny.
Ha, 私だけじゃダメかも。もう帰ろうかな。
I really might not be able to do this on my own. Maybe I should just go home. Hey, what's up? Okay, your options are you Itoga? Or I'm here to help out. Itoga?
そうだ。私が一斗化だけど、君は？
Yeah, I'm Itoga. You are?
なるほど。 シャシェパに協力を頼まれたオレオか、再起の奪還に力を貸してくれるならありがたい。
Okay. Oh, I see. So you're the one that what Shashep asked for help. I'd really appreciate it if you could lend a hand or help out in retrieving our
この
icon.
家に来て、この家に下宿させてもらいながら、しばらく一人で調査していたんだ。私が知ってることを話そう。
Okay. It's like I came to Kugane. I've been renting a room here. It's like renting this house, renting a room in the house. Doing my own investigation, so let me tell you what I've found
まず
out.
故郷で犯人を目撃した者によると、再起を盗んだのは、こちらでいうヒューラン族の中年男性だとか。それ以外の特徴については、まだ分かっていない。
Okay, so first from what an eyewitness who saw him it's like at the village. The man who stole the icon was a middle-aged Huron man. Don't know anything else about his features.
というか、再起を使えば他人や動物に擬態できるからね。好きに姿を変えられる相手の情報をどうやって集めればいいか、クガネでも途方に暮れていたのさ。
Okay. I mean, this is a good point. How in the hell are we actually going to track this guy down? And besides using the icon allows him to, or allows one to mimic other people and or animals. It's like what even here in yeah, it's like here, even here in Kugane, I've an absolute lost of how to gather information about somebody who can change his appearance at will.
だがそんな時、町で喧嘩が多発しているという噂を聞いた。不可解なのは、当事者たちが口々に、その原因に全く身に覚えがないと言っていることだ。
Okay, but I've heard a rumor that there have been, fights breaking out in the city, but what's, so strange is that people involved have said that they have no idea what caused them.
さらに住人たちの間で自分とり二つの外見をした者が同時刻に別の場所で目撃されたという怪談話も広まっていてね。
Yeah, there's even been rumors. Yeah, it's like ghost stories, rumors. Really, you probably just say around town of people seeing. Yeah, it's like of people who look entirely identical to them being spotted in two places at once.
それらのことから、私は再起で他人に擬態した犯人が喧嘩の火種を
I guess you would say somebody who looks exactly like them. You'd say someone who looks exactly like them being seen, somewhere else at the exact same time. Okay, considering that, But I guess that, or suspect, the culprit is utilizing the icon to, impersonate? And to mimic others, and it is sow the seeds of conflict.
この喧嘩騒ぎを追いたいんだが、怪しいものを抑えたところで、どうせしらばっくれるだろう。そこで、ある薬が役に立つんだ。
Okay, so I want to get to the bottom of all of this, but even if we get our hands on whoever's doing this, they can just... It's like what? They can just play dumb, feign ignorance? And that's where this drug comes in handy. Medicine.
擬態を強制的に解く飛躍の製法が伝わっていてね。制作したものをいくつか持ってきたんだよ。
Okay. In our village, there's... What, the villagers passed down, like, a secret recipe for a... Yeah, it is potion. That breaks the mimicry. Undoes the mimicry. What is a precaution for the icon being misused? I brought several of those potions with me.
投げつければ立ちどころに正体を暴くことができる。早速、街で喧嘩騒ぎが起きてないか探してみよう。
Okay, if we throw this at them, we can reveal their true form. Let's go see if there are any fights breaking out.
街中にはどこに犯人が潜んでいるかわからないから、できるだけ一緒に行動した方が良さそうだ。準備ができたら声をかけてくれ。
Okay, since we don't know where the culprit might be hiding out, it'd be best for us to stick together. Sure.
よし、人通りの多いところといえば商店街だね。まずは
Okay, we're going to the shopping district.
それにしても、クガネの町はどこも人が作ったもので溢れてるね。森育ちの私には驚きの光景だよ。
Kagane is totally filled with, what, man-made things. It's really something to see for someone like me who grew up in the
と
forest.
は言え慣れてくると、こんな町も悪くないと思えてくる。私たちは自然と共に生きる暮らしを大切にしているけど、人工物を否定しているわけじゃないしね。
Huh. Yeah, but once you get used to it, it's... You know, cities like this aren't so bad. We, of course, value living in harmony with nature, but that doesn't mean we reject or despise man-made things.
"だから、これじゃあ金が足りねえんだよ。
What, I'm assuming it's just like... Look, I'm telling you. This ain't enough.
" そんな、先ほど、きちんとお釣りは渡したはずです。
No, I'm sure of it. I gave you the... correct change.
いいから、早く釣りをよこしやがれ。ぶっ飛ばされて、えのか。
Yeah, just give me my change already. What, you want me to... This is like, what, you want me to kick your ass? Huh. This is actually kind of interesting. I mean, there's no reason why you would think the clerk was the one. I don't think it's gonna be either of these. I mean, it's not gonna be either of these guys, so I'm gonna say, like, let's keep watching for a bit.
いや、もう一目瞭然だよ。イチャモンをつけてる客、明らかに怪しいもの。
Okay. Just like, no, it's obvious. the... Yeah, that customer picking the vault, it's clearly suspicious.
これで正体を表せ。
Show yourself! It's not gonna be him.
何しやがんだてめえ。
The hell do you think you're doing?
あ、あれ、違った？ごめんなさからい。
When I was wrong, I'm so sorry.
ああ。も申し訳ございません。私が計算違いをしていました。
Okay, yeah, obviously. I'm so very sorry. Appears I miscalculated.
差額をちゃんとお返しするので、どうか許してください。
I'll give you, refund, give you back the difference, please. Please, forgive me. You can't just be chucking potions at the first person you see.
すみません。大変お騒がせしました。
I'm very sorry for the commotion.
まあ、そう簡単には見つからないよね。気を取り直して、今度は小金通りという商店街へ向かおう。
Okay, I guess it wouldn't be that easy to find him. Let's get ourselves back together and go to another shopping district, Kogane Dori. This is just talking about cities again, right? This is the same one? Yeah, okay. But there is another optional.
Hmm. って本当に大きいね。今回の件でトライオラに行って初めて見たけど、故郷の森にある湖とは桁違いだよ。
And the ocean really is huge. I went to Toraiora for the first time, and it's like I saw it for the first time going to Toraiora, but it really is just completely different. It's like, yeah, completely different scale than the lake in the forest at home.
泳いで競争したものだけど、これだけ広ければ陸地に着く前に力尽きてしまうだろうね。
And we used to, race to swimming to the far side of the lake, but, if it was that wide, we'd tire ourselves out before ever reaching land. I get the feeling that they're going to do another series of she's gonna immediately throw a potion at somebody. Just instant. It's like, what, I'll cut you down? That might not actually be... This might be a setup, this might be misdirection. No, it doesn't seem to be misdirection.
一体何があったんだ？
What happened here?
あの大男が人妻に手を出したんだってさ。こりゃ、血は喧嘩じゃ済まないね。
Okay. Yeah, that... This is probably made a move, right? That big guy over there apparently like tried to make a move on a married woman. Well, this isn't just some like average lovers quarrel.
拙者は何もしておらぬ。
Please calm down. I didn't do anything.
女房からはっきり聞いたのだ。彼女が嘘をついているとでも？
But I heard it from my wife. Are you telling me she's lying?
私を恥ずかしめた。その汚らわしい男を切って。
I get the feeling this is another misunderstanding immediately. I don't know what word to go with for this, because I'm assuming this is some sort of misunderstanding. Yeah, but it's saying like cut down that filthy man who, I guess you could say, disgraced? I don't know.
事実無根だ。何故、そのようなデタラメを？
Yeah, this is what, entirely baseless? Like, why are you, or how could you say such utter nonsense?
何を迷ってるの？早くその男を殺して。
What are you waiting around for? Kill him already!
そこへ直れ。切り捨てる。
Wait, そこへ直れ?
ぬ、聞く耳持たぬなら致し方なし。
Okay, it's like, yo, step forward.
証明しよ
Yeah, I'll cut you down. Yeah, if you refuse to listen, then so be it. But I'll prove my innocence with my blade.
あの女こそ擬態した犯人だな。
Wait, yeah, that woman, she's the culprit. In disguise. Right? Wah. Shit.
う。お前は、小酌なことを。
You. It's like, how dare you?
まあいい。血は喧嘩にも飽きてきたところ、今後は、より大事をなすとしよう。
Oh, well, I was, getting sick of this, getting tired of this, like, little lovers quarrel. I need to... I guess you would say, like, set my sights on something bigger.
逃がすものか。
Won't let you get away. What if she just hit right here? Okay, all of this setup, she's going to miss by a mile. No. Just goes right back to hitting the only. Okay. Good bit. Good bit. Nice beat.
どうも今日は弓の調子が悪いな。
Okay, Yui no Choshi wa Gawarei. That's like... I don't want to overstep and make it... It really is... no, it's like, you know, something up with my bow today.
Anta.
Dear.
本物のお前なんだな。無事でよかった。
It's really you. I'm so glad you're okay.
彼女は裏通りで倒れていた。何者かに襲われ、気を失ってしまったようだ。
Okay, she was collapsed in an alley. Apparently she was, attacked by someone, lost
そう
consciousness.
か、あの犯人が彼女に擬態して夫を騙すため混沌させたってことだな。
Yeah, okay, so the culprit, it's like knocked her unconscious to impersonate her and deceive her husband.
まんまと騙されてしまった。面目ない。
I was completely deceived. I'm so
良
ashamed.
いのだ。まさか、自分の妻が偽物だとは思うまい。
It's quite alright. You know, no one would ever expect their own wife to be an imposter.
あなたたちのおかげで、人情沙汰にならずに済んだ。クガネの治安を守る者として、礼を言う。
Thanks to you, incident was averted without bloodshed. It's like on behalf of like, you know, those who keep Kugane safe, we thank you.
しかし、何者にも擬態できるという犯人は危険だ。赤星組も十分に警戒し、注意喚起のお触れも出しておこう。
Okay, a culprit capable of mimicking anything and anyone is incredibly dangerous. We need to, remain vigilant and put out a notice to the public.
.ひとまず下宿先に戻って犯人についての話をさせてくれ。
Okay. Yeah, let's just go back and talk about the culprit. I don't want to check the English because I really don't want to see more instances of, by the kami and all of that bullshit.
予想通り、犯人は再起を使って他人に擬態し、人を争わせているようだった。
But as we expected, the culprit is utilizing the icon to impersonate others and cause conflict.
一体何の目的でそんなことをしているのか見当もつかないけどね。
Though as to why they're doing something like this, I can't say I have any idea at all.
再起の力で誰にだって擬態できる以上、争いごとを手がかりに犯人を追うしかないだろう。
Okay. Since the icon can allow one to, impersonate anyone. But our only option is to track them down by following yeah, it's like following the trail of
それにして
conflict.
もオレオが来てくれていろいろ助かっ
Interesting.
やあ、オレオ、あれから
Conflict on the, what, sea?
を盗んだ犯人が仕組んだような不可解な喧嘩は起こってないみたいだ。
Okay, it seems there haven't been any, like, strange conflicts in Kugane.
去り際に
Okay.
大事をなすとか言っていたし、もしかしたらすでに空金を離れているのかもしれないね。
You know, as he left, he said something about something bigger. He might have left Kugane already.
トラル大陸からわざわざ冬季空金を目指してきたんだ。いきなり全く違う地域へ移動するとも思えない。この辺りで人が集まりそうな集落に心当たりはないかな？
Okay, but after coming all the way here from Torel to Kugane, I can't imagine that they would all of a sudden go somewhere entirely different. Like, you know, to a completely different region. Do you know of any villages or settlements here where people gather? Okay, and then you're saying Ruby Sea.
そうか、紅玉会の方にも人が住んでいるんだね。だとしたら、まずは足がかりになるところに行って、情報を集めるのが良さそうだけど。
Okay, so people in the Ruby Sea. Be best to find a place where we can establish ourselves and gather some information.
なるほど、紅玉台場という場所には、海を見張る役目を持った先森という人たちがいるのか。いやはや、君がいてくれて本当に助かるよ。
Okay. It's like the Ruby Fort or something. They're the... defenders or like guards of the sea. I can't remember any of this. It's... yeah, a huge help having you around.
海で起きた揉め事にも精通していそう。
Okay. That was more just saying, like, here's where we're going. Shit, I don't remember how to get there. Oh, thank you very much for just marking it here for me. Oh. Wait a second. I've never actually finished the MSQ before, so I didn't know that this, message existed. I like walking around here. This area is comfy.
Anta, 紅玉台場に何用だ?
It's you. Well, no, these guys aren't pirates, I don't think. These guys are, if I remember correctly, these guys are members of the, like, police or military in Kugane who are set up here to keep an eye on things in the sea.
紅玉会で争い事が起きてないかだと、まさについこの間、ここで一触即発の事態になったばかりだ。
Okay, you're asking if there's been any, conflicts in the Ruby Sea recently? Well, actually, yeah, just recently. There was, situation that was about to It's like, what, on the really on the edge? Things were pretty dire,
何があったんだ？
I guess. What happened?
海賊衆の小舟が無許可で台場に接近してきたのだ。その上、こちらに罵声を浴びせてきて、明らかに我らを挑発していたようだった。
Okay. What, small boat? Yeah, of pirates. Yeah, a small pirate vessel approached the fort. It's either a fort, I guess this is a battery. Right, without, permission, authorization. In addition, they were, what, hurling insults at us, clearly intending to provoke us.
以上近づくと大砲を撃つと警告したところ、小舟は慌てて去っていったので、その時は事なきを得た。
Okay. When we warned them that if they approached any further, they would be... Well, we would fire the cannons on them. The boat but very quickly fell back, so... Thankfully it was resolved without
ま
incident.
た同じ事態が発生したら、今度は間違いなく砲撃することになるだろう。そうなったら、大きな争いに発展しかねない。
Okay, if the same thing were to happen, we would be... It's like we would open fire, which could lead to a greater conflict.
今までなかったので、我ら先森もそれ以来、緊張を強いられているのだ。
Yeah, okay, so that's like the specific word sakamori. Or sakimori? Or is it bolshin? I don't know. It's an antiquated term for, like, guards. But we've never had anything like that happen, so... Well, we border guards have been... very much so on edge.
そうか、情報をありがと
I say, thanks for letting
う。
us
と
know.
あっちで話そうか。
Can we talk over there?
さっきの話からすると、海賊衆という人たちは、この攻撃台場に近づいてはならない決まりがあるようだね。
Okay, so, based on what he just said, seems like there's a rule that the pirates aren't... Like, these pirates aren't allowed to approach the, Ruby Battery.
だとしたら、小舟に乗って挑発してきた海賊衆は争いを引き起こしたかったとしか思えない。
Okay, so then we have to assume that the, pirates who approached on that vessel were... and provoked the guards here were attempting to incite a
そ
conflict.
の海賊衆が債券を盗んだ犯人が擬態していた可能性があるね。
Okay, so it's possible that our culprit who stole the icon was one of those pirates.
もちろん、これは推測に過ぎないから、証拠がない以上、台場の人に伝えてもきっと通じない。
Of course, this is just a guess, and without any sort of evidence, It's like the guards here won't be able to
だ
understand.
から今度は海賊衆の人たちから攻撃台場に近づいた者がいないか探ってみようよ。俺を彼らの集落を知ってたりしない？
Okay, so let's go try to speak with the pirates and see if there's anyone who's been attempting to approach the battery fort here. Would you happen to know where they're stationed? Yeah. just like right there.
あれが、杯島という海賊衆の拠点なのか。早速、そこで聞き取りしよう。この距離だったら、泳いだ方が早そうだね。
We're doing this again. Okay, let's go there and get our information. At this distance, seems like it'd be faster to just swim. Alfino is constantly catching strays. Or no, Alize was the one who couldn't swim, right? No, Alfino was the one who couldn't swim. I don't know why I'm forgetting these things, man. Today is not my day.
なんだって？無許可で
I don't know why I'm second guessing myself on things.
の間ではご法度だ。そんなことする奴がいるわけね。
Yeah, what? It's completely forbidden for the... Yeah, amongst the pirates, it's completely forbidden to get anywhere near the battery. No way anybody would do something like that.
連中が言いがかりをつけてるんじゃないか？きっとそうに違いねえ。
Yeah, but I'm sure the like border guards are just trying to find an excuse to pick a fight. That's gotta be it.
紅玉台場の連中がそんなこと言ってんのか？こちとら、賓賀種の国の海域なんざ興味ないぜ。
Yeah, so that's what the people on like the Ruby Battery are saying. What we don't care about the like Hingashi's waters at all.
先森の船こそ最近海賊衆の海域に侵入したことがあったんだ。奴らは俺たちに喧嘩でも売ってんのか？
Yeah, and it's one of their ships actually came into intruded into our waters. They trying to pick a fight.
俺を、この人の話を聞いてよ。なんだか、まずいことになってるみたいだ。
Hey, you've gotta hear what this guy's gotta say. It seems like things have taken a real bad turn.
ああ、頼りになりそうな人がいてよかった。
I'm so glad there's someone here I can count on.
ここに棟梁の羅生さんが来たんですよ。いつも淡水さんをはじめとした部下を連れているのに、その時は珍しく一人でね。
Oh, just a little while ago, our boss, Rashol, came by. What he usually has, like, subordinates, like, Tansui, with him, but this time, strangely, he was
な
alone.
んでも下級の仕事だと、杯島の海賊衆数人に、別光島の南に集まるよう声をかけていたんです。
Okay, apparently, what he said, there was some sort of urgent business, and, told some of the pirates from Sakazuki Island together, south, on the south side of Bekko Island?
私も誘われたんですが、どうにも様子がおかしいもんで、何をする気か尋ねたら、なんと、紅玉台場に乗り込むというじゃありませんか。
He invited me along too, but something seemed off. I asked what he was planning. And of all things, he said they were gonna storm or, like, board. You might say invade the Ruby Battery.
必死で止めようとしたんですが、棟梁は聞く耳を持たず、臆病者は必要ないと言って去っていきました。
I tried as much as I could to stop him, but he wouldn't listen at all. The boss wouldn't listen at all. He said that he had no need for cowards and left.
どうか別光島の南に向かい、棟梁や仲間たちを止めて。
Okay. Asking if we can go stop
考え
them.
られないような行動、サイケを盗んだ犯人が羅生という人に擬態しているのは間違いなさそうだね。 そのべっ甲島はどこにあるんだい？
If it's, something that would otherwise ordinarily be entirely unthinkable, it's no doubt our culprit who stole the icon is impersonating this Basho person. Okay, where's the island? We're gonna go to the island.
よし、急いで、べっ甲島。
I really do feel oddly off. I'm not quite sure what it is. Yes, I forgot about the beautiful sights of the Ruby Sea. The wonderful natural beauty, and then the gigantic fucking Tower of Babel. Okay, I can hear voices. It seems like there's a, group of pirates ahead?
俺たちの海域を侵されて黙っちゃいられねえ。海賊衆のメンツを守るため、台場に乗り込んでやるぞ。
Okay. We can't stand by while they invade our waters. But uphold the honor, our honor, the honor of the pirates. We're going to storm the battery.
本気ですか？そんなことしたら大事になっちまいますよ。
Really? If we do that, it'll... 大事になっちゃいます。Yeah, it's gonna cause, real problems.
らしくない。一体どうしたって言うんです？
But you haven't been acting like yourself. What's going on?
うるせえ。てめえ、俺の言うことが聞けねえってのか？
Shut up. What, you're not gonna listen to my orders?
先森はこっちが海域を侵してると濡れ衣まで着せてきたんだ。舐めた真似した奴らをやっちまいましょ
う。Yeah, the border guards falsely accused us of encroaching on their waters. I mean, it's not like... Wait a second, she's got butterfly pattern everything. Hmm. Let's teach him not to underestimate us.
仇がこんなところで何してる？命が惜しかったらとっとと失せやがれ。
What are you, civilians doing here? If you value your life, get lost. You're an imposter, you're not Basho. I mean, it's gonna be the butterfly. Oh no, it isn't. So the whole butterfly motif on all of that stuff is just completely unrelated.
さり見破られるとはな。まさか海賊衆の棟梁と付き合いでも？
I mean, it really wouldn't make any sense for Basho to be acting like that, but still. I thought they might have some sort of comedy excuse. You saw through it so quickly. But don't tell me you're acquainted with the leader of these pirates.
お前の目的は何だ？人を争わせてどうするつもりだ？
What are you... Yeah, what are you after? What are you trying to do, causing conflict?
目
You know,
的だって
making people fight.
まあ、自由の扉は国家転覆を掲げてるが、俺のやりたいことは、そんな大それたもんじゃない。
My goal? Well... What Freedom's Gate aims to... I mean, 国家転覆. That is like to like topple the state or overthrow the state. But what I want to do isn't anything that like ambitious.
強いて言えば、人の本性を暴いてやりたいのさ。普段は、建前という擬態をしているが、その本性はみんな獣。
But if I had to say I want to expose people's true nature, tatemae. This is a good little bit. It's like what, they all wear their masks in polite society, but beneath it they're all beasts.
ちょっと騙してやるだけで、途端に牙を剥いて、醜い争いを始めるもんだ。それは、なかなか見ものだぞ。
Yeah, you just trick them just a little bit, deceive them just a little bit, they'll immediately bare their fangs and start these like horrible conflicts. Well, these like unseemly conflicts. It's such a sight to see. It's the same Namazu. This fucking Namazu is just gonna get PTSD.
風のせいか、弓の弦の調子が悪いな。
You know, maybe it's the sea air. There's something wrong with my bowstring.
"どんなものにでも擬態できるとは脅威ですね。筋飼い砦にいる棟梁にもこのことを伝えて、海賊衆による紅玉会の警備を強化します。
The ability to impersonate anyone is really quite the major threat. But I'll inform the like boss at the Tsushikai. I don't remember what this is. And have we pirates will increase our patrols, tighten the security in the Ruby Sea.
偽物だなんて知らず、先森に舐められてると思って、つい頭に血が上っちまった。私たちを止めてくれて本当に助かったよ。
I didn't know he was an imposter at all, just thought the border guards were looking down on us, or yeah, you probably say looking down on us. So I lost my temper. Thank you so much for stopping us.
人の本性を暴いてやりたいだって。ふざけやがって。
You want to expose people's true nature? Give me a break. It's like, give me a break. How absurd.
我に戻る年。
Etc. Let's go back to Kurame. Yeah. I'm debating whether or not I should keep going or not because I do feel very odd. That
あ
that bastard.
あ、犯人の動機があまりにふざけたものだったから怒りが収まらなくてさ。
Sorry, the culprit's motive is just so absurd. I lost my temper.
つが去っていった方角、クガネではなく紅玉海からまた別の地域へと向かったようだね。
Yeah, that direction he went off in, it didn't seem like it was... He didn't go to Kugane, but to... Instead, like, another area from the Ruby Sea.
とも知り合えたんだ。彼らにも協力を頼んで、付近の陸地にある集落で。
Okay, okay,
それ
so...
と海の手入れもしっかりしておこう。今度こそあいつを仕留めるから、どうかまた協力してほしい。
I'm gonna paraphrase the last one. She just said that she was going to, you know, we met up with the pirates, we're gonna try and coordinate with them to figure out if there's any, like, fights breaking out anywhere else around that region. And then here, this is, like, the through line, right? You need to make sure that my bow is... I do some real proper maintenance on my bow. And next time, for sure, I'm going to take him down. Two imposters. Sus? Sus? Yeah, you know what? I should definitely call it. I don't know why I even thought to make an Among Us joke. Amogus sus? Two imposters. Yet that's the recommended number. I'm in some weird-ass headspace, man. I do very much so like this setup. Ordinarily, this style of comedy doesn't really do it for me. But it's very well executed. At least the Japanese, that is. I think I am going to call it early, just because, like... I don't feel so hot. But... I'm looking very much so forward to the next MSQ patch. Silver Wanderers cannot come out soon enough. But until then, there's a surprisingly large amount of interesting content still to do. So I think I'm gonna call it here. Next patch is September 8th. That's fairly close. But yeah, thank you all for stopping by. I will hopefully not be so spacey next time. Peace out.